Hello, I'm Otto and welcome to episode 28 of my Factorio Post Novice Guide. So in the last episode we created some supercapacitors. We also set up some EM science or electromagnetic science, pink science, whatever you want to call it. And then set up some dedicated rockets to go along with those. So we have a lot to get into, so I'm just going to jump right in. So as I was looking over things, I realized I did not finish this, so we're going to do that real quick. We're going to add this here and then connect all of this. And we can actually cut this and move it forward a bit. Yep. And then we need to connect to the side as well. Things facing the right direction, and that will be that. Okay. So we need to make some rocket fuel. If we take a look at rocket fuel, we can see that we make 0.08 per second. One rocket takes 0.33 per second. So that basically means that for every rocket, we need 4 assemblers making rocket fuel. So that's going to be 1 rocket, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to have some extra rockets. So we are going to double this. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tight build. So let's, we're just going to see how this works out first. Okay. I am going to have all of these facing towards the middle. And I think we're going to do something similar to what we've done in the past. So I have... Yeah, that's going to leave room for solid fuel coming in. So we kind of had something set up in the middle, and then like this little H. We can do the same thing, stretching across over here. And then the output will come over this way. So I know the rockets are to the south. And we are moving the rocket fuel to the north. And the reason why we're doing that... Oh, I think I need this to come out to here. Oh, I can just squeeze that by. So I have no intention on having this... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. I have no intention of having this expand this direction. If we needed to expand this later, we are probably just going to try to add some modules or beacons or something like that. Actually, I don't have enough room for beacons, but you get the idea. We are just kind of going with it. Okay, so hopefully everyone is connected. That is a yes. Our solid fuel will come in this way and here. And the last thing that we need besides inserters is power. So we're not... Let's do the inserters first. Okay, that is our build. We need some power. We cannot, unfortunately, we cannot squeeze anything in here. We are going to have to put one, let's say here and here. And then we can have one over on this side, and oh, please fit. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. This one will be over here, and this one will match over here. Whew, alright, that worked out. Okay, and then our rocket fuel will come out and down. So we'll need to, let's just hold off. That'll need to attach to the bus somewhere. This was water, holmium. Electrolyte was here, so this is light oil here. So this can really just attach anywhere. Let's do this one. Double check your work. Make sure everything is lining up. I guess we did not need those going that direction. Not a big deal. Okay, and that is our light oil for Volcanus. For Fulgora. Yeah, I forgot which planet we were on for a second. Alright, now we just need some... We need some solid fuel coming in. Hopefully this isn't going to be that hard. Yo, come on. Well, that worked out. Needs to be solid fuel. Yeah, there we go. All right, that worked out. Like, that was really easy. Okay, so we're also going to need some more rockets. So I made, like, this is enough to supply these rockets, but we're going to need more rockets. These are dedicated for science. I will need some for other materials going out as well. So let's copy all of this. And I think I'm just going to put this on my bars as a blueprint temporarily. We do not need these inserters down here. We do not need this guy here. These can be gotten rid of as well. And we need to determine where these are going to go now. I think we're going to put them here. We can't flip this because that's going to be in the way of things coming off the bus here. Off our sushi bus. So I think if we stick it in here like this, that should be fine. Let's do it. Wait, what? You're kidding me, right? Like that just wasn't even attached? Oh, it's because it's attached to this one up here. All right, whatever. Okay, you know what? It's time. We need to remove all of this. So how do I want to do this? Suppose that could help minimize the issues with going from here down in this direction. All right. This is all going to be recyclers for the end of our bus. And we only need the bots to be able to access basically this area and down here. I would like to turn on the trains, but I don't want to lose all my bots and nice nuclear fuel. What is going down? Okay. So I think that we might place that here. It's not quite as central as I would have liked, but we still have some usable space for doing other things like, I don't know, maybe a quality upcycler. And I would like to leave room for adding more rockets here, maybe at some point. So if I were to take all of this, let's just copy this for now. See how that would look down here. Well, I'm not against it. I think I like that better, because as long as we can have room for our, I don't know, room for expansion, let's say. Okay. Feel like this needs to go first. Because this is going to be a pain. If they put all of the stuff in here, then all of this can move down here eventually. Yeah, anyways, moving along. So I've been talking about quality upcyclers, and we haven't really discussed what that is. We haven't done that much with quality in general. So that is going to change a little bit in this episode. We are definitely going to be doing some quality upcycling. So we're just going to make a little kind of a mock build just to kind of show like what I mean. Like whenever I'm talking about an upcycler, like what exactly am I talking about? So an upcycler generally starts with, let's say, a recycler or two. And it is going to have materials coming in, and it is going to be recycling them. It is going to be doing this with quality. So now it is going to be bringing in items, trying to convert it into quality at a 25%. It's going to give us 25% of the materials back and a small chance of those materials being quality. And when you destroy an item and the recycler manages to get it up to quality, it's not like there's a chance per item that it spits out. If it destroys a machine and it procs a quality, all of that machine's ingredients that are spit out, or 25% of those ingredients on average, will all be the same quality. So for instance, if we wanted to try to scale up, I'm not going to do anything important. We're just trying to showcase what's going on here. So let's say recyclers. That is something that is only made in our assembling machines, so that is a good thing to start using quality on, because that then is basically like giving these guys speed modules, but without interfering with the quality. So generally you start out with a single assembler that is making your base item. And what needs to happen, there's a couple of things that need to happen. One, it needs to be able to spit its item back out, and this is going to be filtered as just whatever the bare basic is. Quality can't go backwards. So if you created, for instance, a rare quality, you can see that this needs rare ingredients. This will always spit out a recycler that is of rare quality as long as the ingredients are rare. And then with quality with quality modules, it will then have a chance to spit out quality that is better. It will never go backwards. So we don't have to worry about filtering anything other than what this is designed to spit out, and recycle all of that, and anything that is better. So let's say greater than normal quality, or let's say equal or greater to rare quality, will go out here. And the way that I have this set up, the inserter always puts on the farthest side of the belt. These guys will spit out onto the closest side of the belt. So these guys will be putting their items onto the bottom lane. This will be dumping its upgraded recyclers onto the top lane, and then allow that to continue through. So what do I mean continue through? So once these guys do their thing and start removing the recyclers, the base quality recyclers, they are... I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, we need to get some of these items in. And how are we going to do that? We are going to filter this to have on the right hand side only normal quality. So this is going to spit out normal quality. Normal quality is going to be recycled, and then whenever we get materials from this, it's going to spit it out on the bottom belt. This will be allowed to come through and have this repeating loop until we get a better quality item, in which case that will go on the top belt, and then that will be allowed to continue on. Me personally, I like to double this up, so we will have 2 of these. Now, you will see from time to time that this will back up at some point. So when this starts to back up, we need a way for it to be able to resolve itself. So one thing that I like to do is I like to bring in a requester chest and have the ingredients coming in go into the requester chest. You could actually even just remove these completely. We won't do that. And have the ingredients coming into the requester and trash unrequested. That means these will always have somewhere to go, and this acts as an active provider, because once this brings in more materials than we kind of need or are requesting in, the bots will remove everything out from this chest, but then it will ensure that it has the ingredients needed to start bringing in material, or to the needed ingredients to make the item. So we're going to have quality in this one as well. And then same situation, this one will... we're going to copy these. And now we start the process with the next rank up. So we're going to make uncommon quality. And you will see that this, once you shift click into this, it is requesting the actual quality ingredients. Make sure to trash unrequested. And this is going to filter to the right. Anything that is greater than or equal to... No. Sorry. Is equal to. It is the inserter that will be greater than or equal to. There we go. So these guys are spitting out uncommon or better up here. This one is spitting out rare or better up here. This guy will have anything that he can make in a, let's say, normal fashion, which is going to be his base ingredient, which is the uncommon recycler, will go down here and be recycled and hopefully, again, start the process of trying to upgrade the quality. And then for now, the last thing that we're going to have is one for the rare items. And normally, if we were going into Legendary, or if we had access to Legendary, we would have this guy putting something down here to have the blue, the rare quality come in and get recycled. But because this is the last step of the line, we are not going to do that. And we are instead going to say anything that is greater than or equal to blue quality. And we would need to change this to purple quality later on, but we are not going to worry about that just yet. And we don't want... Tell you what. We're actually just going to... We are going to have this be, say, epic. And anything that he spits out, we're just going to collect down here for now. Okay, and that is the start of what our quality upcyclers will look like. Obviously, you can see that we would continue on with epic and legendary. And then if we were to actually have legendary, the end, instead of having something spit back out onto this belt, this would just be filtering everything legendary. Well, I mean, we wouldn't even need to filter it because everything would be filtered for legendary and it would just be collected here at the end. Okay, and that is basically going to be what our, and then all these needed quality. Actually, except for the last one, whatever your last item is, does not need quality. And since for now we cannot make anything past rare, we do not need to add anything into this for quality until we have the ability to make the next one, which we unlock on Gleba with agricultural science. Okay, so that is more or less what this is going to look like. I'd always prefer to have 2 of the base items and 1 of each because I trust me, there's not going to be enough material for these guys to continue crafting. Another thing that I will occasionally do is bring in a requester chest. That is requesting in the base item, and this is just in case I decide to make something later on, or if you are, for instance, replacing the old recyclers with the new and you're getting the bots to do that, they're going to need to place their items somewhere. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm actually going to copy this and we're going to remove the... Oh, you know what? Let's just, you know what? Yeah, we'll just parameterize this. Oh, actually, that's going to be a pain. Anyways, I'm just going to, for now, cut this and move it out of the way. We will deal with parameterizing this later. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's see how the bots are handling this over here. Yeah. Come on, get my cargo landing pad. Let's go. Thank you. Power? Like, what are you doing? Where is... He is not attached to anything. There we go. Okay, now we're working. Alright. Oh boy. Okay, so now that we have that moved, we can start the process of having our bots tear down this area over here. And hopefully they don't... Oh, they're going to go right over that. Oh, it's going to be close. We might lose some items, but you know what? It is what it is. Hey, so we went over quality upcyclers. We got some rocket fuel. We made some extra rockets. We are finally moving our bot storage. We are... I think we're ready. It's time. So I'm going to copy all of this. And there are a few things that we need to collect. Oh, you know what? No, not yet. We're going to collect back here. So let's just kind of off to the side collect. How about that? Eight wide. And there's some things that we're going to collect and some things that we aren't. So for instance, we're not going to collect solid fuel. We're not going to collect ice. We probably could and maybe should, but we definitely want to collect holmium ore, green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits, LDS, and maybe steel. But I also want to have that be on the backside because there's a couple more builds that I want to do that I might be able to squeeze in here. I don't know. We'll see. So if I was going to, for instance, collect the holmium ore, just be like this, and we are... I'm not going to worry about like limiting the chests. Maybe a little bit, but this one as an example, we could technically just put that down here because we don't need any holmium ore past a certain point, and that point is all the way down here. This is the only thing that needs holmium ore. So technically, we can just scoot this in right here, and we are good to go. We also want to connect all of this together. I'm going to do it on the red line. I'm going to attach it to the main network because I want to read the contents and all the holmium ore coming in for these guys. Like what is being stored. And then that will allow us to, for instance, bring in some holmium ore. I don't know if we wanted to request it in here. Only on the top side. Obviously not that one. Let's say like this. Oh, wait. I was going to use a buffer chest for this. I forgot. These would be allowed to request from buffer chests, and this would be homium. Okay. So that is how we're going to manage this. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do it that early for the other items. The other items will definitely be farther back on the bus because we are going to be bringing, taking more things off, let's say. Okay, so that is going to be it for me for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to be making, well, we're going to be doing some more collection over here. I'm going to make a tiny build because we're not going to have like a dedicated mall or a large area for crafting things, but I do want to have certain things coming off the bus and not necessarily botted in because we're going to need a bunch of them. So I'm going to make just little pockets, let's say up here somewhere, and this can be on both sides. Well, I mean, okay, we're going to be limited by the amount of space that we have, so we might have to do some funky stuff to get it all in. But we will utilize things like that we have coming in over here. We'll utilize things coming off the bus. And just a couple of like quick tiny builds leading into actually turning this thing on. I'm super excited about turning this thing on. Once the bots get everything shifted over, we will turn it on. They're going to be hogging a lot of the power until that point. I suppose another thing that we could do is we could upgrade or start the process of upgrading our accumulators. That is going to be a huge benefit. Okay, so that is going to be it for me for now. I will see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching.